Let the God that answered by fire, let him be my God. This is the absolute sweetest, calmer and farful. The same time, visiting a particular man that has decided, he has vowed, he has sat on his throne and said that black people will never have peace. This man can literally go into the streets just because he want to create that chaos, call a black person and want to say racist slurs to a black person. A lot of people have been saying, why can't this man literally be handcuffed, arrested, or finally he used his own hand to put himself in trouble and he's facing a lot of charges. But I want you guys to watch this video. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in this episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries.
The audio is 45 seconds long. A man explains his version of events to a first responder kneeling beside him. He asks one question at the end that nobody in the country expected. Here's what we know. No fluff, just facts. Before we get into the audio, you may not know who the man in question is. Chud the Builder online, but his legal name is Dalton Etherly. He's 28 years old, and he's a contractor out of Clarksville, Tennessee. He builds homes by trade, but he built a following a completely different way. He walked up to black Americans, calling them slurs on camera, filming their reaction for content. 1 week before all of this, he sprayed a chemical at a man. He called him slurs as he recorded. 6 days before the shooting, he posted a warning on X saying he would defend himself with lethal force if approached. 4 days before the shooting, he walked into Nashville Steakhouse, Bob's Steak and Chop House downtown. Staff asked him to stop screaming. He refused, and the scene escalated. He left without paying the bill. Now, the total was around $371, and he was arrested the next day. Charges include theft and disorderly conduct, and he posted at a $5,000 bond. On Tuesday morning in New York, the Breakfast Club named him Donkey of the Day on air. Wednesday afternoon, 1:15, he stood at Tennessee Courthouse, and he was there for a civil case, a lawsuit over an old debt. The attorney says one thing, a man Etherly had words. Etherly says he was punched first, then he pulled the trigger. Shots cut through the audio. Both men were hit. Etherly grazed his own arm. The other man was airlifted to Vanderbilt Medical Center in Nashville. Both are in stable condition, and then came the question. Chud the Builder asked officers that shocked everyone online. Did I shoot myself or did it graze? And now I shine the spotlight on you, the viewers watching this moment play out in real time. Here's the question I bring forward to the table for open discussion. What are your thoughts on Chud the Builder and his recent turn of events? Bow.
A racist clout-chasing demon got himself sent to the clank, and it looks like he's going to be in jail for a little while. Let's get into it. Dalton Etherly, who's known online as the racist troll streamer Chud the Builder, is sitting in the Montgomery County Jail after opening fire outside of a Tennessee courthouse yesterday. The self-described provocateur built a following by using racial slurs against black people and daring anyone to fight him while live streaming the encounters. Now, Chud showed up for a civil debt hearing at the courthouse and left in an ambulance with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the arm. And the crazy thing is that he shot himself while in the middle of shooting someone else. His victim is a 31-year-old married father and disabled veteran named Joshua, who took a bullet to the stomach and the shoulder. And according to authorities, the two men got into a fight just after 1:20 p.m. in Millennium Plaza outside the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville. That's when Chud pulled a firearm out and started shooting. Deputies detained both men at the scene, and then the victim, Joshua, was rushed by life flight helicopter to Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, while Chud was taken by ambulance to a local hospital. Both are listed in stable condition, and unfortunately that means Chud too. And Joshua's family says the emotional and financial toll is devastating. Now, Chud's own social media shows this was premeditated. Less than a week before the shooting, he wrote on Twitter, quote, "I will defend my life with lethal force. Do not approach me with intent to harm or threaten me," end quote. Now, he even used uglier language, saying that he was going to have a dead chimp on the pavement. He has a documented history of trying to provoke Black people on camera by calling us the N-word on stream and trying to provoke us into beating his behind. He also falsely claimed to be a police officer last November and has already been arrested twice in the past 6 months, once for harassment and once for disorderly conduct and theft. Now, this racist clout-chasing demon is facing serious charges, including attempted murder, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office is holding him pending arraignment, and the district attorney's office says the case will go before a grand jury. So listen up, y'all. Get a real job, because racist clout chasing will either get you beat up or thrown in the clank.
When it comes down to Chud the Builder, what you have to understand is everything is spiritual, okay? Everything. So you remember Stephen King's It and the Losers Club had to do the ritual of Chud in order to contain the entity so it could no longer spread any longer, right? And it, the entity, right? It feeds or invokes trauma in order to access you, right? In order to feed off of you, bro. So the ritual of Chud the Builder, he's going around invoking the trauma of Black people in his town as an excuse to feed off of it and invoke the anger that he wants. And the interesting part is the ritual of Chud is a battle of wills. It's a battle of wills. That's what he's challenging, bro. And to go even deeper, a self-proclaimed witch was entering, what's his name? Chud, right? Before he started calling himself Chud, she was entering him from the backside. She was entering him from the backside, which is a way to create another personality. And when you dig back into his past, he was a meek stoner that liked to dress up and get pegged. And now we suddenly have Chud the Builder, which is an extension of a personality created from said trauma that is looking to invoke the trauma in others, which is creating a battle of wills within his hometown.
So we got an update on Chud. So apparently Chud the Builder is being held on attempted murder charges. Won't God do it? Won't God do it? Won't God do it? So Tennessee got him, and it seems like they're going to go forward with their investigation. Suspect in shooting incident outside the Montgomery County Courthouse arrested. Montgomery County Sheriff's Office news release Wednesday, May 13, 2026 for immediate release. Suspect in shooting incident outside the Montgomery Courthouse has been arrested. So Clarksville, Montgomery County, Tennessee. As a result of the investigation, Dalton Etherly, 28, was detained by criminal investigators and charged with criminal attempted murder, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with deadly weapon. Dalton. Boy, my ears are singing right now. I was having a rough day, but my day just got a whole lot better. What do you think? Follow, repost for more. And Chud, stay calm. Don't chimp out.
It's just a word. What's the big deal? It's just a word. You wouldn't be saying it was just a word if it was actually just a word. The reason why you're saying that is because you know it's not just a word. I actually think this is the weird energy that I'm getting from this N-I-G-G-E-R word, that everybody seems to be so obsessed with being able to call Black people without repercussion. I think that racism is a kink for some people. I think race play, I'm just getting this because the thing is, kinks a lot of times translate into weird obsessions. So if just like when you see the girl, the Ashley Gonzalez girl, how she sat here in her car and was like, it felt so good to just say, Like, she just got, it's like her body just got hot and wet or something. Like, it's a kink. I think some people, and I think that this goes across the board for a lot of people who have something against like black people, they get turned on by like Jim Crow South style racism, like strange fruit type racism. Like, even when you look at older pictures of people looking at the people hanging from the trees, it's like the excitement and like the weird sadistic kind of joy that they got from that. It was like kink like they just got a rise out of it. Very weird, but that's the energy that I'm like pulling in around this whole thing. And I feel like people are trying to call, people who are fans of Chud are trying to call what he does everything except what it is, which is bullying. It's not just free speech. You're just trying to bully people, and you're trying to get a reaction out of people. And then if people are upset, then you try to gaslight them and tell them that they're tripping and it's just a word and it's free speech. But you're really just bullying people in hopes of making other people your whipping pole so you can get your frustrations out on random people without consequence. And it's not going to happen.
Chud's career is officially over before he even got started. Now the very same people who supported his racist antics no longer support him because the real him just got exposed. Now, Chud ran across a black woman that apparently he slept with in the past. Oh, and she got straight to bootlicking. Oh, good white man, you not racist, white man. Oh, you treated me well, massa.
Food?
Yes. So that's
What was your
why
name again?
I'm Lana, but that's
Lana.
why I'm confused what happened to you. Because you're not racist. I know that. I fed you.
But do you believe in freedom of speech?
I do.
So I should be allowed to say you, right?
Right, but you
Then
also
that's the
have to
only point.
understand-
That's it.
Now, afterwards, she got her wake-up call. The Chud pages began to talk about her as if she was an absolute slur. They began to write captions like, Chud used to raw dog an ugly black woman. They went in on her. She apparently turned on Chud after seeing the captions that Chud was posting, and she made a response video.
Chud the Builder's cameraman put our conversation on Broadway on YouTube, but in the caption it said that black woman who used to smoke mid and get raw dogged by Chud the Builder. Well, he's not lying. I already told y'all we used to smoke. He used to sell me weed. And we did raw dog. A lot. Me, him, and my ex-wife. I am a professional pegger. It is no secret that I am a top. I men and I women with my bisexual, the is gay.
Now, she came back and she responded back to the backlash for being friendly to Chud, and here's what she had to say.
And I told you guys, don't chip out. Don't react because this is all a psyop. First of all, look at the name. Chud the Builder. If you know anything about Freemasonry, I don't even need to say anymore. Like, it's a psyop. It's a psyop to push the New World Order, Agenda 2030, to incite a race war. So every time y'all do something, you're helping them. You're helping them push their agenda a little bit further.
What do you guys feel about this, okay?
Hey man, how do y'all feel about Chud the Builder? Okay, he's the guy that literally goes out and rage baits people, tries to piss them off, and then the second they start to do something about it, he pulls up his shirt, you know, like he's strapped and all that, and starts showing his concealed carry, and then he's like, what's wrong? And he tells this one dude, apparently, you gonna chimp out now, bro, or something along those lines, and so dude just starts wailing on him, and he goes to pull that strap out, accidentally pops himself, and he's asking the paramedics, he's like, did I just graze, or did I actually do it? And he's like, no, it penetrated, it's in there. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to laugh. Okay, not funny. I just want to give my 2 cents on it, and I'm kind of glad it happened, dude. He refused to pay his bill. He's recording. They're asking him to leave. You're on private property. You need to leave. He owes like $300 something. He's just trying to get a free meal out of it or whatever. His whole base of people that follow him is because he antagonizes people until they snap, and then shows them the weapon like he's somebody or something like that. I don't know, man. I feel like that's weak. I got no problem with him capping himself. No problem at all, man. But hit me up in the comments if you want to disagree or agree.
So I see Tennessee is deciding to do the right thing. Chud the Builder is being charged with attempted murder for the shooting in Clarksville, Tennessee. This is coming straight from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. It says, suspect in shooting incident outside of Montgomery County Courthouse has been arrested. Earlier today, law enforcement officers responded to a shots fired incident outside the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office immediately launched an investigation into the incident. As a result of the investigation, Dalton Early, 28, was detained by criminal investigators and charged with criminal attempt murder, employing a firearm during dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Early was booked into the Montgomery County Jail, where he is being held pending arraignment, in which time bonds will be set. The sheriff's office made a statement and said it's unfortunate that incidents like this are happening in our community. This kind of violence won't be tolerated, and our office will work to make sure those responsible are held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. I'm glad they actually handling this situation the proper way.
Far-right streamer Chud the Builder was arrested after being involved in a shooting outside of a courthouse in Tennessee today. Here's what happened. At around 1:15 p.m., he was outside of the courthouse when he became involved in a physical altercation with an unidentified man. Witnesses reported that the other man punched him before 3 to 4 gunshots were fired. Both he and the other man suffered gunshot wounds. He accidentally shot himself. Both individuals were transported to local hospitals for medical treatment and remain in stable condition. Chud the Builder live streamed immediately after it happened, claiming that he fired the weapon in self-defense because the other guy was wailing on him. He asked medics if he accidentally struck himself in the arm. Medics confirmed that he did. The District Attorney General's office confirmed that Chud the Builder is considered a suspect and is currently detained. Official charges regarding the shooting have not yet been formalized. Remember, he was just arrested on May 9th at a Bob's Steak and Chop House in Nashville. During that incident, he threw a tantrum, screamed racial slurs, and refused to pay a $371 restaurant tab after he was asked to stop live streaming. Just a couple of days before that, he posted on Twitter saying, "I will defend my life with lethal force. Series finale is dead chimp on the pavement, and you people rioting when I walk free." This guy doesn't understand you can't go up to people and harass them, calling them slurs, and then shoot them whenever they get upset at you. That's not how it works.
So apparently our guy Chud the Builder has caught his first body in self-defense. Everybody I'm sure knows Chud the Builder. He's the guy who goes around calling black people the N-word with a hard ER. And, his whole thing is it's the freedom of speech. And, you shouldn't get upset if anybody says, a particular word. And, you feel about that however you want to feel about that. But he has said on multiple occasions, if anybody takes exception to what he's doing, harassing black people and calling them the N-word, he's going to pew-pew them in self-defense. Now, in the state of Tennessee, I don't think their self-defense laws work that way. Like if you agitate a situation, you can't necessarily claim self-defense. And I guess the way the situation went down is some people were laughing at him. He approached them. There was a conversation. And then, somebody told him, walk away or we're going to get into a fight. And it doesn't seem like he called them the hard ER or anything like that. He walks away. And according to him, the guy who he was talking to came toward him after he had walked away and said, "Hey, I got PTSD. If you start something with me, I'm going to fight you." And I guess the guy took a swing at him. Chud pulls out his long-range hole puncher. He punctures the guy, and in the process, grazes himself. And they fly the guy off to the hospital, and they take his statement. Now, I don't know if this guy lived or died, but I do believe Chud is like either on probation or he's not supposed to be carrying a weapon. I'm not 100% sure. What I do know is if this guy doesn't go to jail, if Chud doesn't go to jail, it's going to start riots. Like people are going to flip out. Because if this guy can just do all of what he's doing and there's like no consequence once he agitates people to the point of wanting to attack him, it's going to be a problem. Now, here's the other thing. He might be cleared under the law, like all the technicalities of the law and things like that. So if he's cleared under the technicalities of the law, that might also just serve to further incite violence. There's a whole lot to it. I don't agree with what he's doing, and I don't agree with people chimping out over a simple word. But the problem is, I feel like there's so many bigger things going on right now. This guy is obviously a plant. He's obviously just a psyop to keep us, preoccupied with stupid stuff and not paying attention to the big stuff. And it's working. Now that he's caught this body, it's working because, race relations between whites and blacks has always been the way the higher ups have kept us preoccupied with each other and not them. So it's just more of the same. We'll see how it plays out.
Whatever happens to that fucking streamer named Chud the Builder, I could really give less of a fuck, to be honest with you. I really don't care what happens to him. Because when you build this whole platform, your whole identity around harassing people in public, brandishing weapons, starting fight with people, and being a racist chud, especially to black people, calling them slurs and shit like that, going on the internet and saying people are chimping out because you're acting like a fucking racist douchebag, of course no one's gonna give a fuck what happens to you. That's their own beeswax. No one cares. Dude apparently is over here crying on stream because he's fucking nervous about what's going to happen with him. He's seeing his life move way too fast before his eyes. sounds like the consequences of your fucking actions. Don't nobody really care. That's your own business. Same dude that also used to wear fairy outfits and makeup. Like, it's okay if you're gay, dude, but this is not the route to do it. Everybody is human regardless of their sexuality. Like, I find it funny how people will fuck around and find out, and then when it actually comes to shove them in the face, they act surprised. Wow, it's almost like this was foreseeable from a fucking inch. And this is the type of mentality I carry around with any type of racist. If you're just a racist asshole or anything like Chud the Builder, I don't really care what happens to you. Reminds me so much of that Johnny Somali guy, so don't really care what happens to him. And to the people that keep defending him, saying, oh, it's just a word, it's just a word. Just a word, it's just a word. It's just a slur, my nigga. Shut the fuck up. Apparently dude even shot at someone and even ended up, like, grazing himself with his own gun. So no, I don't feel sorry for this nigga. And I don't care what happens to him. If the nigga goes to jail, if the nigga gets beat up in public, if the nigga dies the next day, don't really care. It's not my problem.
Are we really surprised at what happened to Chud the Builder? Like, the way he was moving, I'm not surprised. I don't look at this news and say, oh, I'm surprised it happened. Apparently, he was even walking out on a $400 plus tab. So you not only committing some form of theft, you talking crazy, somebody calls you out for it, you feel some type of way because you feel like somebody is pointing at you, you confront them, you get hit and you feel the need to pull out a weapon. And now when the police come up, the emergency people is here, you want to play the victim. Like, everybody wants to move around and feel like they're untouchable, say the N-word, all loosely think you that guy. But then when stuff happens, now you're the victim. Now, I had to defend myself. I felt like they was pointing at me. And the funniest part about this, he ended up grazing himself with the weapon too. So not only did you cause all of this, you ended up claiming that, oh, I needed self-defense, so I used a weapon, and it was a friendly fire because I hit myself. You can't make this up. But hopefully he learns from this, but I know he won't. That's the craziest part about this. I just know people like that just won't learn their lesson from this.
Chud the Builder, freedom of speech and self-defense. Let's get into it. Today, a tragedy occurred right here at the Montgomery County Courthouse in Tennessee. Chud the Builder has been shot by himself and shot somebody else. We don't have any video of what happened, but from reports, what we see is that Chud the Builder's out there, he's doing his thing, which is basically he uses the N-word with the hard R and then gets them to get upset and then start saying things like you're chimping out, and people get angry. Well, this time, somebody got so angry, they were like, hey man, when you say that stuff to me, it gives me PTSD, don't say that stuff to me. So Chud's doing his thing, and then the person starts wailing on Chud. And Chud pulls out his firearm, and he fires a shot, hits the guy in the stomach, and it also hits Chud. We do have some video of the aftermath.
You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you. He hit me. Started wailing on me even after I had to defend myself by shooting him.
Is Chud allowed to use those words? Legally, he's allowed to say whatever he wants, as long as he's not threatening somebody. Did he act in self-defense? Absolutely not. You're allowed to use the same force that's being used against you to defend yourself. So if somebody comes up and punches you, you can punch him back. You can't pull out a gun and shoot them unless they are using deadly force against you. Now, one thing he could try to argue is that there was multiple people coming towards him and that that's when he used the deadly weapon. But there's no evidence that there was multiple people. There's only evidence of one person. And even in his own statement, he only talks about one person wailing on him. And if that's the case, Chud, you got a big, big problem.
The day Chud get put on a t-shirt, I'ma watch it like Dylan Brooks from a malevolent shrine. I'm finna pop popcorn, I'm pulling out a bottle of OE, I don't even drink like that. I'm finna watch two things. One, I'm finna watch the life gradually drain out of that boy. And two, I'm gonna watch the whole state of Tennessee get sued for not doing something about that goofball sooner. And yes, I'm aware of what just happened. This still ain't the one. I'm talking about the one that makes his name synonymous with Kirk. Shorties come over and they say, oh, I'm about to get some mean Chud. I'm a Chud of the game. But I'm gonna also watch for one more thing, a third. I'm looking for another generational video from that dude the day that it happened. You know who I'm talking about too. I'm talking about, they just unallowed Chud the Builder right here in Utah. I'm so pissed. Yeah, I need another one of those. ASAP, like Rocky. And the meme's about to be hitting spectacular because of all of the images of this dude. All the pictures of him in dresses. He was a fairy. That's what it's finna say on the t-shirt. He was a fairy. Grown man, by the way. Don't believe me? Watch this. A lot of y'all really think I'm joking right now. I'm not. I don't bet, but if I did, my parlay is that he ain't making it out of 2026.
We have some more breaking news coming out of Tennessee with that shooting that ended up taking place outside of that courthouse with the live streamer Chud the Builder. They have officially charged him with criminal attempted murder along with a handful of other charges, because there is other videos that have been circulating all over social media showcasing that Chud the Builder was in fact the aggressor in this whole situation. Let me know your thoughts over in the comments, because as I've indicated in multiple videos, there were so many MAGA and Trump supporters going to this man's aid, indicating that he was only defending himself, when there is other videos that I ended up talking about and showing you guys and everything that proved the exact opposite when it comes down to the conflict that ended up taking place outside of that courthouse. So once more, you guys, let me know your thoughts over in the comments, but as I have indicated, they have officially charged him with criminal attempted murder. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
So Chud the Builder ended up shooting somebody today, right? So he finally got what he wants. So it seems like what was going on is he walked up to a guy, and how he normally does on his live stream, he says, yo, you like my suit? He's asked the guy, like, you like freedom of speech? And then he, was about to say the N-word, but the dude knew who Chud was. And he was just like, yo, I got PTSD. Don't try that with me. It's not going to end well. Chud started trying it with him, and the dude beat Chud up, right? Now, Chud goes ahead and he shoots the guy, and in the middle of shooting the guy, like, he shoots himself on accident, right? So people are thinking Chud the Builder got shot by somebody, but he actually shot himself. He cheddar bobbed himself. My thing is, people are wondering, like, me and Chud the Builder, we got into it, right? And this was on Twitter, like, millions of people like seeing it. And I told Chud the Builder, I was just like, yo, I want to see, because I'm in Nashville, I was like, yo, I want to see if you're going to say that to me on your live stream, right? Because we were having our back and forth on Twitter, whatever. Millions of people was watching it. And he was like, oh, you just want to get shot. I'm like, no, I just want to see if you're going to say it, right? Chud the Builder, and it was a countdown. I told him, like, what day I was going to be down there, whatever. I went to every location that he filmed at, and he didn't show up. He went to a whole different city. And that's when he had pepper sprayed, like, a bunch of people, and he ended up getting arrested. Because he knew I was coming down there. Because he pulls that on people that let him get away with it. Mind you, it's just a word, you know what I mean? But words, they can't have consequences depending on what happens. And my intention was just go there just to talk, to see if he was going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that was it. Not no, like, violence or nothing like that, because people are thinking that I'm going to hurt Chud. That's not what it was. My whole thing is, like, with this whole shooting situation is that you district attorneys or whatever, like, y'all already, and he did this outside of a courthouse, like, y'all already knew what he was on. Now, I want to say freedom of speech, he has the right to say, like, people not gonna like this, he's got the right to say whatever he wants, right? But, a lot of that comes with consequences. You say the wrong thing in front of a cop, they'll get you for disorderly conduct. You know what I mean? You say the wrong thing out in public, you start acting crazy, they get you for disorderly conduct. It is what it is. But people should be able to say what they want to say. Like, if we're going to keep it real, they should be able to say what they want to say. You know what I mean? The thing that, because I was annoyed about this whole Chud the Builder thing in the beginning, but now I'm just like, this has kind of opened my eyes to a couple of things, because it's just like, if he didn't do this, I wouldn't have been able to see all of the people that are getting behind him, supporting him, donating to him, you know what I mean? Like, and trying, even in the comment section when me and him was like going back and forth, like, to see the people who are in positions of power, like some of these CEOs and CFOs and some of these managers and stuff like that, like in different companies, that it's in their bios, like how they really feel. A lot of people, which I don't think Chud the Builder is racist like people think, right? Because there's a girl, her name is Layla, she came out and she told about her relationship that she had with Chud the Builder, right? Which was a crazy relationship, because she said that she used to, and I don't know if this is true or not, this is just what she said. She said she used to, she normally makes people sign NDAs, but she, her male clients, like, she would do she would peg him or whatever. We'll call it that, for social media. And he was one of them. And, she's him, her, and her, girl, like they had like some kind of relationship. And when he was talking to her downtown, you could tell that they knew each other. So I don't know if he's obviously pushing racism. So, you would think like he's a racist, but I don't know if he's just doing this for money, because all these people are just giving him like thousands and thousands of dollars to do it. And, he's been like hard up on hard times. Like he's on his streams, like he says like, interesting things. Like he'll break down crying and say a whole bunch of interesting things. Maybe he is racist, I don't know. But I got a chance to see how people really feel. I didn't think a lot of white people were like that. I'm just like, a lot of people ain't like that. Bro, when you look at his comments, it's so many people like that. It's crazy. And they've been dying to say the word. That's the interesting thing to me. Like, they've been dying to say it. Or, like, even when he's downtown Nashville and the people that come up to him and taking pictures with him, the things that they say, they're just like, oh, man, like, we support you, man. We completely agree with everything you're saying. And, oh, man, we've been wanting to say. I'm like, what? Like, and it's people you wouldn't think would feel like that. My thing is, where do we get into society to where we hate each other so much? I mean, this is black people too. Like, black people, like, some black people just don't like white people because they white. Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever. Or because of whatever. Like, why, how have we gotten like this? Like, this is all, like, really opened my eyes. Especially when me and him were going back and forth and I was looking at the comments. Like, it opened my eyes, like, what's really going on? Like, you can't, like, even if me and him was to have him back and forth and it didn't go his way, right? It's not going to stop people from thinking what they're going to think. You know what I mean? It's not going to stop Chud from being Chud. It's not going to stop me from being me. Like, whatever. My social media personality, whatever. It's not going to stop me being me, him from being him. But it is very interesting that we get a chance to see how these people feel. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. It's crazy. People bullying, harassing each other. It's insane, bro. Like, this is insane. Aren't we better than that? Aren't we better than that? This is crazy.
It's Johnny and I'm on my gummy, and I support Chud the Builder. Okay? Call me racist, call whatever. Hey, let's get all that out and let's talk about it. You ready? The N-word is used in every song, in every conversation, in every household, in every city. We all know that. Music videos to the women dressing like the women in videos. The N-word is used most or more than even the racist word. I think the racist, you're racist, I think the racist word is second most used. Chud the Builder is repeating the word most used in the black communities, failing and losing in every system we have. It's true or false? Black America, hey, this is the most ignorant people you can fathom. You're not allowed to say dumbest or stupid, but these people will not listen to anything other than the entertainment industry that's owned by one religion. Does not matter. Chud the Builder is saying the word that racism, the definition, it's the most widely used word in the world today. Except for some skin colors aren't allowed to say it because it's racism. No, not being able to say it is racist. I don't say it. I refuse to say it because I know the histories of it. Not the histories you're taught. Fuck no. The entertainment industry teaches you that. Black Americans, the last time, this is a true or false, the last time you were winning was in the sovereignty of the South. True or false? The Republic of Rights of the Confederate States. Doesn't matter what the entertainment industry teaches you that you argue with me about. No, I'm telling you the last time that there were black communities with black banks, black schools, with black teachers teaching black histories. Your communities was amazing. It doesn't matter. Then the Rockefeller said, no, motherfuckers, y'all are going to go to school with all the other slaves, the conquered Caucasians. And you're going to learn nothing. And the entertainment industry owned by one religion is going to they're going to tell you everything you need to know about you. And you're going to turn on yourselves. That's not how it went. Okay, let's just argue with what they told you. I'm telling you I support Chud the Builder. But what about chimping out? Look, so calling you chimps. Do you know what a chimpanzee is? Yes, okay. Do you know they're the most jealous creature on the planet? That if you give one chimp something without giving another, whether it's what's the word I'm looking at? Earned? If one chimpanzee gets something that another chimpanzee don't, it'll chew your fucking fingers off. It'll chew your face off. They are extremely jealous. And what I mean by that is every music video, or not music video, every assault video, and I want you to look at this. From now on, every time you see an assault video, listen to the chimps in the background. It's the highest screech it. Yeah, here. Fancy. It's the high squeals, the screeches, the ooh. Just listen. And you're going to be like, dude, that's fucked up. You'll never be able to unhear it. But also, the people in the videos, all the assaults that you see, 99% are just of blacks. Black population's losing in every fucking city. What kills more black Americans than all other categories combined, excluding Planned Parenthood? These chimping out episodes on every video. Watch the people fighting. It doesn't necessarily have to be black people. It could be white people, Hispanic, Asians. I've seen fucking people in Alaska acting like it's a check mark. It's a box. Everything they say, everybody else says. It's unreal. You can't unhear it. And as black communities lose in every system, and they kill more of themselves every year than before Planned Parenthood can get to them, the inner city crime statistics get to them, before the corrupt courts can get to them, before these systems that we know are rigged and evil that feed off of black populations, the first thing they want to do is chimp out over crayons. Let's just start with the entertainment industry. That's owned by a religion you can't know. Your court systems is owned by another foreign country. The British Accreditation Registry's the bar. Your attorney's in the bar, their attorney's in the bar, the DA's in the bar, the fake judges are in the bar, the administrative employees, they're in the bar. The Supreme Court justices are in the bar. That's a 30-year government right there. British Accreditation Registry. Politicians that write the laws that black Americans seem to break every time they even move in this world. Politicians are in the bar. Before you can even see the bar and how they feed off black Americans, we're going to talk about Chud. Entertainment industry's number one. Kills more black Americans than anything else. Black Americans only know and only listen to people under contract with the microphone in their face. It doesn't matter if it's news. Doesn't matter if it's The View. It doesn't matter if it's an athlete. Doesn't matter if it's a rapper. I mean, your women are dressing like the women in the videos. They're saying scoreboards don't count. You can't have nothing. Women are getting paid in the black communities by their litters. And everybody's focused on the white boy repeating the word that you use most. I fucking love it. I love now Chud. Chud the Builder was arrested by Nashville PD, black Americans. How's the police? I'm sorry, they're called law enforcement. Who writes the laws? British Accreditation Registry writes the laws. A foreign government. I don't support law enforcement. I support officers of the community. They have to swear an oath to uphold your rights. not uphold every law that they write. Whatever a judge signs on a piece of paper is not the fucking officer's job. They don't work for the courts, they work for the community. That's where I stand too. Now, if you're going to say, well, you're just a chicken shit. No, Chud the Builder is calling, don't talk. Hey, man, I'm going to kick, don't talk about it. Come on up here. Come on up here and threaten me to my face. And if it happens, somebody's dying. Some people are going to stand for the change they want to see. When's black people ever fixed anything in any community? Ever. Except in the sovereignty of the South. Those populations of people the whole community would have beat their children if they acted like the entertainment babies of today. The whole community. The N-word, and the reason why I don't say it, I don't support that, I don't support it. I wish Chud the Builder could draw so much light on it that the N-word could be removed from every song, every community. If you say it, it's a threat. Black people hate the N-word so much it's removed from society. I'm all in on that. But the N-word came from the Negro dynasty. There's so much histories here that I didn't understand how the Ethiopian kingdoms could swallow the hook of Christianity so much until you learn about the Arab, Muslims, and the Persians that sit on top of Africa that enslaved them for thousands of years, thousands. And Christianity put a stop to it. And then the corruption tried to change the versions of edits and versions of the religious text. The Ethiopian Negro dynasty told the Vatican no. The Vatican conquered all the Caucasians while the Muslims, Arabs, and the Persians conquered all of Africa, which is so much twice as big as you think it is. Thousands and thousands of kings had to give up thousands of slaves every month, each king, for thousands of years. And they refused to change their illustrations and remove the book of Enoch, just change anything about the Bible that they believed in so. So the Vatican came up with the N-word, perpetrated it through the southern churches because people of faith will do whatever they're told. Much love.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed all of that clip that I have for you guys. You see this man? You see this man? If you do not know this man, that is the only time you can feel for him. But if you know this man, and you know what this man can literally say about black people, what this man can literally do about black people, honestly, you'll be thanking God and even clapping that this man was literally arrested. Not only arrested, was also charged. I was so impressed when I saw that. Because this man will go ahead and call black people different racial slurs. This man will go into the street and intentionally want to interview a black person. And the moment the black person probably is not giving him interest or is saying something contrary to what he actually wants, the man will literally call that black person the N-word, different slur languages. Like, he see it as something that is normal. He normalizes oppressing, insulting, and calling black people the N-word. So tell me, is this not the God of black people actually punishing him? Is this not the God of black people holding him accountable? Look at what he went to Tennessee to go and mess himself up. For me, I even think the charges they gave him was quite little. That man was supposed to spend the rest of his life in prison. And that is why we keep still preaching it as black people. Why do you just always allow the use of GUN? So comfortable, nothing is wrong with it. So I'm so excited that he is literally getting exactly what he deserves. He is literally paying for every single thing that he has literally done to black people. There is no name that this man cannot call black people. And you start asking yourself, what has black people really done? But when you check, nothing. Absolutely nothing. He just enjoyed it. He enjoyed making black people to say something, to get angry, to get pissed off. So he's gotten his justice. A lot of us should be happy. Because at the end of the day, you will sit down and think, black people do not hate white folks. And to even crown it up, black people always love to mind their business. But the more we try to mind our business, the more we try to let a lot of things slide and then just move on with whatsoever we're having, the more these people are coming for us. So whenever they are getting justice, like, tell me, why won't black people be laughing? Why won't they be happy that these people are getting justice of what the system they literally use their hand to create? You see that Chud the builder? That Chud the builder? For me, he should just remain in prison forever and ever. Honestly. Because sometimes you ask yourself, what kind of stupid privilege do they even have for them to went to this length of saying whatsoever they want to say to black people, doing whatsoever they want to do to black people? Is that bad, especially when it comes to this particular guy? But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you, liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.